The visualizations we've looked at so far have typically been used to compare values across different categories or to compare two different values. But if you're building reports in Power BI, sometimes you want them to just show a single KPI or a single metric, just so that you can track that as it changes over time. We have a few different visuals that help do that. Gauges are a really good one if you're building dashboards and want to show progress towards a particular target. Let's look at our total revenue. And you can see that our gauge shows the overall number, in this case 5.2 billion, and then progress towards a certain amount. By default, this end amount is just double whatever the value was, so you'll always see it at about halfway point. You can add other fields on the right-hand side here to determine the minimum, maximum, or the target, either bound to particular data values. Or you can use the formatting options to go and customize these by just setting in a particular, a specific value. So if I wanted our maximum to be 10 billion, keep going until I hit 10 billion. I could also choose what my target is. So I want to have my target at 7 billion. Make sure I get enough zeros. There we go. And now you can see our gauge has got a little target line that shows us this is what our target is, 7 billion. And we know that we're tracking towards potentially a total of 10 billion there. Just over the halfway mark. So that's one thing, that's gauges. The other thing that we can do is use a card visualization, which actually just shows us the numeric representation as some text. By default, we'll use display units to try and trim down the number rather than having something with lots and lots of digits in it. But I can also use the formatting options to go and override this. So rather than choosing this automatic display units, I can say, actually, I want to see it in thousands. Or even I want to say, ignore that, just give me the exact value, 5.199 billion. I can change the precision if I want to add more or less decimal places. And I've got a few different options about turning the label on and off, or even doing word wrap if I've got a particularly long value here. And on that subject, there are some clever things that you can do with these cards. I can actually create a measure in my model that returns a string, returns some text that I want to put into this card. So let's create a new one, and I'll call this measure our progress. And I'll start off by putting some text in. So progress on unit sales this year. And I'll just need to concatenate this with the measure that I'm interested in. I'm actually going to use our units column, so I want to sum that one up. So let's do a total sum over our units column. I can see here's my progress. Okay, so let's drag this onto our canvas. And I want to visualize this one as a card as well. So now I get some text saying what the progress on our unit sales is. If I drag this one out, I will be able to see everything. And this will get updated and sliced and diced along with everything else in our visualization, in our report rather. And you can use this in some really clever ways. I mean, if you wanted to get a bit more involved in writing some more complex DAX, you might have ones with if statements in there that say, if I've only got a single year selected, then it's just this year's sales. If I've got all years selected, then maybe the text says something different, like total sales over all years. You can do some really clever things by using this. Have a look online. There's lots of examples of how people have used this already as well. So that's just some of the ways that you can visualize single numeric values in some different visualizations as well.